Happy Tuesday. It's not Tuesday. It's Thursday. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. It's way too warm. It's way too warm. It's frying my brain. It's not Tuesday. It's Thursday. My calendar was wrong. Hello everybody. How are you guys doing? Oh my goodness, it's summer. It's summer. Have you seen the map? Have you seen the map? Everything is burning. Everything is like on fire. Like, is that summer? Is that how we celebrate summer now? It's when everything is at fire. Hi. Who's here? Hi, Hiro, thank you so much for the lurk. Hi, Pear, you made it this time. Thank you so much for the resub. Thank you. Thank you so much for 4 months. Amazing. Hi, Mayo. Welcome in. Hi, Baba. Hi, Natalia. Oh my goodness. What is that weird crown thingy on the YouTube chat? Are you guys like getting experience now by chatting? Is that a thing now on the YouTube? Oh my god, is YouTube becoming cool? Is YouTube becoming cool? That's crazy. I've never seen those crowns. Hi guys, hi YouTube, hi Twitch, hi. Who else is here? Hi Unique Mastermind, hi. Hello to India from Germany. Ashley, hello, welcome in. How are you doing today? Welcome, guys. Hi, Michelle. Hello, yippee indeed. Wait, hold on. I think I saw Drake. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot to say hi to you. Hi. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much appreciated. Hi, I'm Korean, always getting healing from your songs. I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you so much for listening to my music. You're amazing. Thank you. Hi Jerry, thank you so much for the modding. Wait, Mir was here before. Where's he now? Where's he now? Hi Kashmir, congratulations on releasing such a wonderful masterpiece. Thank you so much, Lily. Wait, you have so many names. I have to like I have to concentrate. I have to log in right now. Thank you. It's humid here. Oh goodness. Yeah, it rained yesterday. Which made everything like super humid. I don't like it. You sound crispy, by the way. Wait, what does that mean? What does that mean? Hold on. What does crispy mean? Hope it's nothing bad. Music is too loud. Okay, hold on. Let me turn down the music then. There we go. Is this better? The song is fading out, so you can't really tell. Let's wait for the next one. I don't really know where this is going. I really don't. Wait, we gotta bring the Spotify display too. How is everyone? How is everyone today? It was like 35 degrees in the city I went to, which was crazy. Howdy Arcanium, welcome in. Hey, long time no see. It's 1 AM. Oh good shit. You have school tomorrow. I cooked catfish, just need some sour cream. You got any? We might have some, but it was outside for a whole day because okay, a little bit of story time how my week has been so far. We went to a different city in Germany to You see, Linkin Park live. That was amazing. That felt so surreal. But guys, how about we not spend? How about we not have a concert in like a stadium full of people when it's like 35 degrees? I was sweating. I was like suffering, like high key suffering. But yeah, we totally forgot to like we get like a box of HelloFresh every week. We kind of forgot to let them know we're not down on Wednesday. So we got the box standing outside in 35 degrees for a whole day. So if you still want the sour cream, be my guest, I guess. Yeah. You want to be cooked? Yeah, Mirror wants to be cooked. I already am. That'll be a new update. Then should do some sort of experience feature. Yeah, that's so cool. Are you getting XP by just chatting? I can see you like getting XP and changing like ranks. Like Wawa is top 1 now. Congratulations, Wawa. In this weather, that's understandable. Need some sleep. I need some sleep too. Your mic sounds like busted. Does it really? Welcome in, food, liquor, and stuff. At Autistic Duck, thank you guys so much for the follow. Yeah, very interesting usernames. How's the food licking going? Oh man, we finally made it. We got food. We got food enthusiasts in chat right now. We finally made it to the top, guys. How about that? Would you look at us? We've come a long way. Yeah, but we saw Linkin Park live. That was like super surreal. I've never expected to ever see them live again. The first time and only time I've seen them live was like 2008. 2008. That's a long time ago. I was like a angsty teenager listening to Linkin Park music, of course. I fit right in. Hi, Ravina. Hi. Rise. How is it going? What do we do with the XP though? I have no idea. This is like completely new. Probably just to be proud. just to flex on everyone. Flexing is cool. I like flexing on people. Burn! Good time zones, good time zones. Good morning to you. Hi. Salty. As expected. Salty foot. I like ducks. I like ducks too. They're cool. They're chill. They're derpy. Okay, don't know, Caps. At 75 XP right now per stream. I lost super chat. Probably more than that. Privilege with highlights or comments. That's kind of lame. That's kind of lame. You guys are reaching 75 XP, like... just be sending 3 messages. What's a leaderboard? Okay, let me click the question mark. Let me click the tooltip, okay? Let me read it out. What's the leaderboard? A place for fans to stand out in the community. The top 3 get special badges in live chat. It resets every stream, so you can always try again. How do you get on the leaderboard? You'll need to collect experience points, or XP. Here's how you get them. Send live messages, send super chats, and super stickers. Basically, spend money on me. Pay to win, guys. Pay to win. I don't know if you can exceed 75 XP. That's so weird. Why is 75 the max? Doesn't make sense. Anywho, hope you're doing well after listening to your new album. So pretty and mesmerizing. Congrats. Thank you so much. Yeah, in case you didn't notice, this is us celebrating a new album. Finally a new album. When did Skybound come out? I think it was 2023, right? Yeah, it was April 2023. So 2 years later, we're finally here with a new album. With a new official non-Soul of Winds album. Freaking finally. Hi Fonzie, thank you so much, thank you so much. 28, I was an infant, barely 2 years old. Oh god, you're young. Yeah, I was a teen. Thankfully not a strict 9 to 5 though, we are pretty long. Drake, thank you so much for the sub. Hold on, why didn't my... Why didn't my feed not tell it? Why? Where's the sub? Why didn't I see it? But thank you so much. Album Amadeus. Oh, now I see it. Now that there you are. Thank you so much for the subby. Much appreciated. Congrats on the new album. Thank you so much, Michelle. 75 XP is kinda low, but I think people would spam to farm XP, which would make chat unbeatable. I mean, I'd rather have you spam than talking to like a silent chat. So spam away, guys. Maybe you get the XP in a bit. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works. But guys, did you listen to the album? Did you have like, do you have like a favorite song? Can I shut up the music for a sec? Because we're gonna listen to the whole thing anyways, and I'm gonna talk about every single song today. I'm not sure how we're gonna do it. I did not take any notes, so this is just me like talking, yapping from like memory and like having some conversations with you, because I didn't want this to be a presentation because that's kind of boring, you know, and I also don't want to break down every mix unless you tell me to. So if you're a musician and you're like, damn, I wanna see how Bryce did that specific track, then let me know. I can open up Ableton. Thank you so much for the hydrate burn. I'm gonna hydrate now. And you guys know the rule. If I hydrate, you guys hydrate. By the way, is my mic like still crispy? It's still, but I finished the mix for Don't spoil it. Don't you dare add that last letter. People will not, they should not know we're working on like a violin and a piano version of redacted Ning. Let's not reveal too much here. Careful, we have like leakers all over the place here. The album was fire. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Do you have a favorite song, Mir? I like the one that you're singing in them. There are 2 songs where I'm singing in them. Which one? Your mic sounds fun now. I know. It sounds very fun. The most funnest mic in the world. My favorite song from the album is The Day I Met Music. I'm gonna talk about it. Okay. Shall we do it? Should we get going? As interrogating our praises. Okay. Hold on. Let's. Yippee. There's my my browser. Okay, guys. So let me restart it because I added time. I added timestamps now. so I can click around. I added timestamps just for the stream. Guys, can you hear the music? Well, let's do a sound check really quick. Is the music too loud? Let's go to. Is it too loud? It's very loud. Okay, let me turn it down then. I got you. How about now? How about now? This is okay. Very good, very good, very good. All right. I saw someone fish chance of flip flops, but says a thong. Wait, they're called thongs, right? What are you thinking of? What are you thinking of? Yippee timestamps. You guys are happy about everything. It's pretty loud though. Is it okay now? Is it okay now? I'm sorry for the jump scare. Okay, now it's fine. Now it's fine. Now it's fine. Now fine. Sound better. Amazing. I'm an audio technician. I know how to control the volume knob. Ah, you guys proud of me? You guys are proud of me. Thank you for that, patties. Best patties. Well done, Mr. Audio Technician. Thank you. I know my profession. Okay. Hi Mia. Hi. It's fantastic. Thank you so much. Okay. That was song check number 1. I usually don't do intros to my albums. I think the last time I did an intro was like for who. Okay, let me test chat for a second. Who here is like a very OG? Who knows my album Soulmate? I'm so sorry. Don't go check it out. It's like super embarrassing. I made that when I was 16 or something. Don't go check it out. It's like super bad. But I did an intro for that. And I didn't do any intros ever since, I think. Let me think. How many albums do I have? No, I didn't do an actual intro ever since. So this is like the first time. Mira, you're fucking kidding me. You know that album? Gotta check it out. No, please don't. I really mean it. That's like a crime against like audio and music in total. But I actually some songs are pretty solid still. But anywho, let me do this because this is like one of the songs where I want to talk about the arrangement. If I find that is. Okay, it's here. So reported crash. This is the arrangement, and this is the song. Let's see if you can hear it. I think I made this on stream too. So Okay, you guys can hear it. So this song, this track is named after the album, and the album is called Toby Bloom. I guess you guys noticed, because I made this album after a very, very tough and difficult time in my life. I quit my job to pursue making music, and that was the scariest shit I've done in my whole life. Like that is still the scariest thing in my whole life. So I quit my job. I gave everything else up but music, and I went against the will of my parents. I went against everything they told me. They always told me like music is like super scary. It will not sustain you. You will not live from that. You will die. So basically, that's like the mentality that I had going into making music full time. And I was so insecure. I was so unconfident about my own skills that I was like, yeah, this, I will fail 100%, and this will not lead me anywhere. So that's the mentality I came from. And the whole album is basically me working through these thoughts and me finding a little bit of courage to be myself and to become the person that I am supposed to be. And I also made it so you might be a little braver to become who you are meant to be. So this is basically the whole like theme. And oh, thank you so much for the super chat, Mir. Meyer 6. No, wait. That's the currency. Hold on. Arcanum, thank you so much for the super chat. Testing if super chat can give you more XP on YouTube. Wait, no, hold on. Let me check on. Oh, wait, hold on. It does. It gave you 100. Wow. Congratulations on buying the first slot. The first slot. Yeah. I don't see them on the leaderboard. I see them on the leaderboard. Where was I? Congratulations. It only cost you 6 mirrors. Very good. Bro's paying with his mods. Yeah. Only costs 6 mirrors. That's super affordable. AYR is Malaysia ringgit. Oh, I see. I think I paid with MYR before. I went to Kuala Lumpur because of a layover. Okay. Wanna turn off the crown? It's kind of distracting. You can turn it off. Didn't know. Don't know. So yeah. This is why Toby Bloom is named after the album, because it's basically the intro. It's basically me opening up this question, which is basically, are you happy with who you are right now? And do you think you are the person that you really want to be? And I'm convinced that for most people the answer is no. And yeah, basically I put this first to ask everyone this question. Are you happy with yourself? Are you happy with who you are? And if not, are you ready to bloom? Are you ready to become that person? So I started the song with like a very, very soft intro pad. And if you guys can hear closely, you don't even have to listen closely because you can actually hear the rain, right? There's like rain here in the beginning. And this is to symbolize basically where we're coming from. Like this very dark, depressing place that I've been, but also just BigRicePiano in general, because I got known for making piano music that pairs with rain sounds, right? So this is basically our backstory. This is where we are coming from. And then we're transitioning into this new era, basically. The veggies are back. The veggies are back. Yeah. And this is basically, I wanted to create a song that feels like you're like slowly collecting strength, you're slowly collecting courage, you're trying to like pull it all together until the final moment that makes you bloom, that makes you ready to bloom, basically, which is this like super pretty climax part. Yeah, so super pretty violins with a cello. And like a section of horns. We got like Henri's super pretty vocals too. Yeah, basically this is like the moment of like wanting to bloom. Like you're ready now. You're like prepared to be brave. You're prepared to basically face your fears. Because becoming who you are might involve a lot of fears, a lot of scary things. It's like super scary to be who you are, or who you're supposed to be, and to be true to yourself, because that sometimes goes against what other people tell you. In this case, it was my parents. My parents were like, of course, from a place of love, were preventing me to become who I really wanted to be. And because I love them back, I was like, okay, because I love my parents, let's not do something stupid. Let's not waste everything they did for me to like give me a stable, secure life. But sometimes you just want to be a little bit selfish, and that makes it scary, because also because like it's super hard to make it as a musician, but also because you're basically denying that, like you're pushing away the protection that your parents provided you, which for the longest time of growing up was like your safety net, right? You always had your parents to back you up. And this was the moment where I was like, this is the first time where I'm all by myself, where my parents will not be able to help me because I'm going against their wishes. So this is basically the whole premise of the album. I wanted it, like, it's not a sad album. It comes from a sad place, but it's not a sad album. It's a brave album. It's a courageful album. It's like a very optimistic and hopeful one. And it ends with this line of guitar. Which is basically the intro to our next song, which is Welcome to the Sea. And this is Welcome to the Sea. Hold on. This is Welcome to the Sea. And hi, Noah. How are you doing? Isn't rice grapes supposed to be the fruit? It's rice a fruit. Hi Jumbook, Mr. Razor's back. I am back. How are you doing today? Da, 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 da. Oh, wait. Hi Sherry, welcome in, welcome in. You discussed the song already, right? I discussed the first song. We're at the second now. You're not super late, don't worry. Alright. This is Welcome to the Sea. So, this is a mix. That's one of my favorite songs of the album because it includes one of my favorite lines. What happened to my snare? Well, it's gone. My snare is gone. Anyways, it includes one of my favorite guitar lines. Let's see if I can find that. I think it was... Oh yeah. Yeah, the whole top line guitar in this one is like super cool. I'm really proud of it. Oh wait, I totally forgot to go over the writings. So let me do this really quick. So the writing for the first one makes it really clear. Oh, hold on. Let's do this. Let me move here. So basically, it says, I was a flower struggling to bloom. I suppressed my colors. I could have been so beautiful if I wanted to. Is it too late for me? Yeah, basically, the meaning of this is I suppress my colors for the people I loved or love, which are my parents. And also because society always tells you like these things never work out. Like don't even bother becoming a musician, you know, all these things, get a stable job, get like a house and 2 kids. I don't know. So what society and what also parents unfortunately often do is like making you suppress your true colors, and the whole album is basically to help you like find and accept you for who you are. For Welcome to the Sea, the text says, music is like the sea, vast and endless. It's rough and dangerous, but it's also gentle and comforting. Will I drown if I set sea, or will it lead me to endless blue? I want to be brave and face the waves, so why am I so scared? So at this point in the story, we're still like, we have decided to bloom, but now we're looking at this vast ocean. And I think I talked about this before, about how I look at making music in general. I look at music as the ocean. Is that an Eminem reference? Where's my snare? It's actually not. Wait, when did he do that? There is no snare in my headphones. I didn't know you said that. How you do, by the way, Sherry? So yeah, the way I look at music is music is to me is like an ocean, and people always Like, in my opinion, the word composing is a little bit misleading in my case, because the people always imagine people being like in front of sheet music and then writing notes down. You know, there's this like this image you have from Mozart and Beethoven, and I don't know who else, like all these cool dudes writing down notes on a sheet of paper. This is not how I make music. The way I make music is more like finding music. Instead of composing, I sometimes say I'm finding music, and sometimes it feels like me setting sail on like a vast endless ocean, and it's super scary sometimes. Sometimes you get lost. Sometimes you don't find anything in this whole ocean. But it's also really, really fun. It's also really, really special whenever I find like a melody. And usually as soon as I find a melody, the song is like pretty much like 50% done. It's like I found a piece of music that just works, you know? It's like this melody you hear in your head sometimes. You just find it. You never compose it. You never like construct it from zero. You find it in a state where it's like, oh, this sounds nice, you know? And this is how I look at making music. Hi Fantown! Welcome. I'm studying Hopic, bro. I'm so proud of you. How's the week been going? The week was so stressful. But we went to a concert the day before yesterday, and yesterday we were supposed to arrive at home at like 7 p.m, but out of nowhere the train was like super delayed, so it was okay. The train was supposed to the train ride was supposed to take 4 hours. Okay, it took 8 hours in the end. 7 or 8 hours, so it doubled the journey basically. We got 2 journeys for the price of 1. That's so amazing. But yeah, it was like super. This is also the reason why I don't have notes, because I was planning on writing some like yesterday evening, but we arrived so late that I was like super tired. And today I woke up and I was like, do I really need to write notes? Can I just not just wing it like this? And yeah, we'll just wing it, guys. We'll just wing it. Your view on album adds a lot more to it. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I was like a little bit worried that people would not actually care about this, but I do. I really care about this. It's really important that the story and the meanings of the songs are out there. So yeah, I really appreciate that you guys are here to listen to everything. Like this is probably one of the more like lower key streams today, which is not interesting, like super interesting for everyone, but I'm so glad that this is interesting for you guys here in chat right now, and in the lurking audience. Thank you guys so much. It means a lot to me because this whole album means a lot to me. So yeah, welcome to the Seers. Basically, okay, you now, like, we're at the point where we decided to bloom, but we have this whole sea in front of us now. So welcome, first of all. Let's dive in. Let's like head into the waves. Let's be brave. It's super scary. The waves are high, the water's deep. But let's just face the waters and make this happen. This is basically the first song. It's like not a sad song. It's like a super optimistic one. Enjoy the song without snares, because the snares disappeared somehow. Let me do the snares. Wait, I have a better idea. Let's do this. Hold on. Give me 1 second. The best idea ever. Hi Jewel. Hi, welcome in. How are you doing today? And hi Mayu, welcome in. Okay. Okay, perfect. We just replace the snares with cat meows. Okay. Hell yeah. There's like a remix. But then why someone called me Mario? Oh. It's you, Sarah. Jelly Raids! Lee da 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 da! Welcome Raiders! Welcome! How is everyone doing? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? You're playing Minecraft, I saw. Wanted to join Ted, but I had to prepare the stream. Your album, have a great stream. Thank you so much, Lita. Yeah, I'm like breaking down the album today. For everyone who just joined from Lita's, I am BigRicePiano. You can call me Rice. I'm like a pianist and composer, music producer. I work like I make BGMs for like a couple of streamers now. I also work with the vocalist now, like very recently, but I'm like originally known for being like a comfy, very relaxing piano music composer. And I just released a new album, which is called Toby Bloom, and I'm going like track by track. So guys, if you need a like break from watching someone yap a lot, feel free to head out and get some rest. Thank you so much for raiding in again, and I hope you had like a very fun leader stream. But if you want to stay around and have a peek into my new album and like the story behind it, the album is one of my most personal, most intimate albums I've ever put out. It is like a very deep but also like very optimistic and just important story to me. So if you want to stick around, you're super welcome to do so. Yeah, and for some reason this is like the second track. It's called Welcome to the Sea, and for some reason the snare is gone, so I replaced it with cat meows. Don't mind me. But yeah, this is basically track number 2. Ella, I'm Ty. This is my first time watching this. Welcome Ty. Welcome in. Okay. Gotta go. Bye bye, guys. Thank you so much for joining in, Sarah. Much appreciated. Take care. Okay. Wanna do the next one? Unless you still have questions about the second one. Okay. This is track number 3. It's called Pear Blossom. RB, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing today? Currently like listening to the third song of the album. I love that guitar line. Okay, this is basically the fade out. So yeah, this is track number 3 called the Pear Blossom, and it's also one of my favorite. If not, no, it's one of my favorite songs. Let me open the mix. There we go. Wait, so someone mentioned this being their favorite one. Was it Fern? And hi, Brasmac. Pretty nice and cozy. Thank you so much. Thank you. You bought myself a gambling machine keychain. Why a gambling machine? Are you into gambling? What's your one dare to touch reggae? I don't think so. It is not what I listen to in my free time, so I probably have no idea how to make it. Also, it's like the appeal of reggae is like live instruments, right? In live, it's like basically very, very similar to jazz and funk. You kind of want like the actual instrumentalists funking around. Wait, I'm going to put this dream in the background while I finish some math. Have fun with math, Fonson. As much fun as you can have with math. I like how you choose a pair of a plum, cherry, and peach blossoms, as those are more talked about. Plus, they're so pretty. I know. Okay, you already spoiled like the reason why this is called the pear blossom, because when it comes to spring, everyone talks about cherry blossoms, obviously. But then there's also peach. There's also like different kinds of blossoms that are just talked of more, and the pear blossom is so beautiful, but no one talks about it, which makes me feel very relatable. I can relate a lot about it, because sometimes you are beautiful, but you're just not there popularity wise, which is like a thing for musicians. Sometimes your music is super, super pretty and beautiful, but you're just not there yet. But it doesn't mean your music isn't beautiful. And this is like dealing with some of my struggles of like getting confidence with your piece of work and not using popularity as like a measurement for like actual value, right? It's like you have to separate art from like the popularity, or else you'll have like a very skewed picture of what you can do. And for the longest time, not having a lot of success meant that my art was bad. And this is like me working through that. This is like also like part of my insecurity that like if I'm not getting popular, I will not be able to do this full time anymore. So this is like the constant struggle between like me making something beautiful, but me not getting the like attention that I need to continue doing this full time and to have this sustain my life, you know? But the pear blossom also like represents it represents like in a sense it represents like abundance and like harmony and in a way also like hope, which is why I chose the Pear Blossom to be like the subject of the song. But yeah, the true meaning is like you don't have to be super popular in order to make amazing art, to be beautiful, you know. That's like the main message. You can't fish, right? I was distracted by that picture. You can't fish. You can actually fish. Yes. Oh boy, another soul lost to the fishing industry. So regarding the mix, I think it's like a very straightforward mix. But something that stands out and that I really want to show you guys is the percussion, including like the drums. Yeah. And I really love it a lot. So it also uses this this super cool folk instruments percussion set that I found in the plugin. And I just love the hell out of this percussion. I love it so much. Like especially these things here. They like the way people like use the instruments to make percussive sound. Something really cool. There's something really cool about that. So I really like using them in the song, and then obviously like this really cool guitar line right here. Oh, I love it so much. I could loop this part all the time. I love it. I just love it so much. Yeah. But yeah, regarding the symbolism, I think I said everything, and like the mix is like not super outstanding, but I chose this one as like the third song because it made sense journey wise. It made sense to go from the wild sea with like all these waves into like a very fragile Pear Blossom. Just the journey felt really nice. I love it too. I'm so glad. The percussion is so cool. Okay. This is track number 4. Let's do track number 5. And while you guys listen to track number 5, which includes my singing, I go toilet really quick. So here is track number 4. Right or wrong? I don't know. The truth is, I don't really know where this is going. I really don't. Yahoo! All right. Hold on. Let me load the project. I'm like a little behind because I went to the toilet. This is my favorite. It's also probably my favorite. He doesn't know he's going. I really don't. Getting lost may lead to discovering new places. That's true. Hi, Selena. Good after, good after. Okay. So, this is right or wrong, I don't know. In the mix. Know where this is going. Yeah. Me neither. Me neither, dude. Me neither, dude. Okay. Right or wrong is the first song I actually made. I think I started with these lines. The first song I did for the whole album, and I was like, well, when I created this loop here, I was like immediately wanting to make an album and use this as like the main sound of it. I was like, I wanted to do a new album, but I didn't really know what it should be about and how it should sound like. You know, sometimes when you're like thinking about an album, you have to think about what kind of sound does this album have, what kind of instruments are you using, because you can't go all over the place. An album, in my opinion, needs a concept, needs like a thread, and needs at least some like overlapping instruments. You can't go like super crazy and make like all kinds of like, it has to tell like one cohesive story. And to me the story was like, yeah, maybe this is about like feeling lost, not knowing if all the decisions that I did were the right ones. Just being like super insecure about everything. Maybe that's the main theme, and maybe like the guitar could be like the main instrument. So yeah, composing and writing this made me choose the guitar as like the leading instrument for the whole album, which is like super weird, right? Because I'm BigRicePiano, not BigRice guitar. But yeah, I bought this new plugin, this from Native Instruments, the Nylon Guitar Session Guitarist VST like sample library, and I immediately fell in love with it. It's such a good library, and yeah, I just decided to make this my whole new personality. So yeah, sometimes when you find like this one song that just sparks the whole idea of a whole new album, that's where you know you have something very special. And yeah, I did some singing here, which is like still super embarrassing. Oh my goodness, Pina, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Welcome. Oh my god, it's raining bombs because you guys are the bomb. Okay, hold on. Hi, welcome in. Welcome. How was the stream? My name is BigRicePiano. You guys can call me Rice. I'm like usually a piano music composer who does like very relaxing, deep sleep, concentration piano music. But I recently went through or went into lo-fi music too, and I also produce vocal songs now, which is like exciting new chapters for me. But yeah. Today I'm talking about my new album, and I'm like breaking down track by track. We're at track number 4 right now. So if you guys want to hang out some more and hear my music and listen to this super deeply personal and intimate album of mine, then feel free to stay. But if you gotta head out and get some rest, also feel free to just turn off your computer, turn off your phone, and get some rest. You guys had an amazing and probably very exhausting day too. So yeah. But if you want to stay, feel free to stay. Everyone is here super welcoming. How was the stream? Stream? What did you guys do? Okay. How did you gain XP? Isn't it supposed to be 75 XP cap per stream? Is it not anymore? Hold on. Oh my goodness. You guys got XP again. You guys just got doubled XP. I don't know what happened. Maybe if you stay here for like a certain amount of time, you guys get more XP. Did some Phasmo and Dead Island 2. How is Dead Island 2? I played Dead Island 1 and I really loved it, Dead Island 1. I wanted to buy Dead Island 2 too, but it had like mixed reviews. I wanted to wait a little bit more. But I really loved Dead Island 1. It was super fun. Especially when playing co-op. Yeah, album exciting, yes! And this is the first song I ever did, and it includes my singing for the first time ever. Which is like, should I solo it? I am like super scared to solo it, but here we go, guys. Who cares, right? Who cares? Yeah, let's not solo it. Let's play it in context. I only played Dead Island here because it went free on when did it went free on Epic? I missed that. There was co-op. There was co-op. We started playing it co-op again. Do you not remember? But yeah, the first playthrough I did solo, which was a lot of fun too. Petition for karaoke stream. Hira, oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the 52 months. That's a crazy number. That's a crazy number. Biggest of flex indeed. Hira is one of my OG fans. We were just talking about my one of my first albums ever, which is like Soulmate and like Dear Summer. And I promise you guys, Hira will know these albums. That's crazy. 52 months. What the heck? Here from the start. I may or may not have suppressed that. We played it together. What are you talking about? Okay, right or wrong, I don't know. Is basically what it means. It means that sometimes you just have no idea if the things you're doing are the right things to do. And this is what I felt or still feel about making music full-time. I still have no idea if this is the right choice. I have no idea if this like won't bite me in the ass like in a couple of years from now. because it has to sustain me for a very long time, right? I can't just quit and do anything like something else. Before I made music full time, I was a social media manager, and I don't think I'm on the top of the game anymore to like continue working as a social media manager. I would be such a fraud. I would still be like, yeah, let's do Instagram, hell yeah. And even like, I don't know, I don't use TikTok, and well, how can I call myself a social media manager if I don't have a single clue about TikTok, you know? But yeah, that's the reason why I made this song. I still have so many doubts about my own decisions. But this is still not supposed to be like a depressing song. It's supposed to be like a reminder that some things are just not secure. Sometimes being who you are means taking a very, very brave step into the unknown. And that is okay. It's okay to be scared of the unknown. That's like just human. But yeah, I'll tell you right now, my decision is probably better than just being miserable in a 9-to-5 job, being all depressed and just asking yourself what could have been. You know, I don't want to die with regret. So here I am taking this huge brave step into the unknown to make music my whole life, and it's scary, but it's normal that this is scary. It's supposed to be scary. Yeah. This is track number 4. Right or wrong, I don't know. The first song I made for the album, and probably one of the best ones for me. Probably my favorite one, to be honest. Into the unknown. Exactly. Guess what? Hi. I haven't been on your stream for a while. You have not. We've been missing you dearly. Petition for gaming stream with Rise. Playing Death Stranding 2. I've not played Death Stranding 1. I heard so many good things about it, but do you want my honest opinion about that game? It kind of feels boring. I don't know. Someone's got to convince me that the walking simulator like that is fun, but it's probably really, really fun because of the story. The story looks so intriguing, but I will not play Death Stranding 2 if I have not touched Death Stranding 1, obviously, because I feel like I would not understand a thing. Just got enrolled into senior high. Oh, exciting. You also don't know where things are going. You should be able to resonate with the song a lot. He used to be a regular viewer for a very long time. That's true. I really miss stars now. True. Stars just disappeared. Damn it, Google tab for the stream just crashed. F you, YouTube. F you, YouTube. Don't. I don't mean it. YouTube, please don't punish me. Please don't ban me. And Shay just baiting Colin into singing that line. Sometimes I do just singing, okay? I remember this name when I first joined Brides's live stream. I saw them a few times. Yeah, they were here like very, very often. Okay, let's listen to the next one, which is Love Hates. maybe I totally forgot to go over the writings again. Hold on. Let me do that for the other ones before we talk about Love Hate. That's sad. That's sad. Okay. The text about Pear Blossom Pear Blossom is I grew, I blossomed, my petals in pure white, my leaves in pure green. I thought I was the perfect flower, so where did the colors go? Where can I find my beauty again if not back at where everything once began? So yeah. Sometimes yeah, I wrote this in response to every setback that I had as a musician. Sometimes your music gets so popular that you kind of feel like you made it, but then you get reminded that, yeah, no, you did not. You did, in fact, not. So yeah, this is like basically dealing with thinking that I thought I was a cherry blossom, but it turned out that I wasn't. I'm not like super blossoming yet. So yeah. The text about the text about right or wrong is I won't be this scared of being myself was this simple. Every decision I make, every crossroad I face feels like a leap into darkness. Where will I end up after all my choices? I really don't know. I think this is pretty self-explanatory with the things that I said about the song. Okay, and love hate. Love hate. The text says, I love music. Every melody is a whirlpool of colors that envelops my whole world, and I want to swim towards it. But wave after... There's a word missing. I just realized. But wave after wave, I wash back to land. So gray is the ocean from here. I hate music. So yeah. Love hate. Let's bring in the mix. Love hate is basically what it says. My love hate relationship with music. Sometimes you feel like you're writing the most beautiful stuff. Sometimes you just hate everything because it feels so colorless. It feels so uninspiring. It makes you doubt everything that you do. It makes you feel like the worst musician in the world, basically. Sometimes I do feel like you know, my imposter syndrome. I talked about this before. But sometimes I feel like a fraud, like straight up a fraud. Sometimes I feel like, man, everything I do sounds super shitty. Do I really deserve all of this? And this is basically the love-hate relationship you have with music. Sometimes you make good music, but sometimes you also make really bad music. And it's just part of being a musician, I think. Yeah. And the text is basically talk about like you can dive into the waves, but eventually you'll like get washed back to land, and the ocean just looks great from here, which basically represents this whole state of being super uninspired, of being like not able to come up with anything good. That's basically the gray after being washed away, like washed back to land, after diving in this vast ocean. And yeah, I love the song. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, I know that. This one gives off the feeling of limbo when you don't know if you're going the right way or not, which is what the melodic line from Right or Wrong, I don't know. Oh, you're talking about the Right or Wrong, I don't know. Okay. The feeling of limbo is one of the scariest things in my opinion. So I really like love hate as it embodies how I feel in this transition period for both school and career. Yeah, exactly. It's sometimes you have mixed feelings toward things that you're supposed to love, but you also hate them, you know? It can apply to so many things you're passionate for. Which is why a lot of people say, don't turn your passions into a job because you'll start to hate it. and they're partly true. They're onto something, because the kind of pressure you feel like when your passion is literally your job, the kind of pressure you feel like makes things really hard to enjoy sometimes. That's basically the love-hate relationship. Sometimes I feel like I can't come up with something, and then I feel like, yeah, this is the end of me being a musician, I guess. Because what am I if not what kind of musician am I if I can't make good music? That's basically the whole point. Yeah. And I suffer from that a lot. And hi Horizon, hi, welcome in. How are you doing? Biggie bro, biggest right. Okay. Is there something I can show you in the mix though? Is there something special I did? I don't think so. I think this is I think this was the last song I did for the album. No, I don't think there's anything that I need to mention when it comes to the mix. I really love those small silences before bringing the beat back in. Makes it like such a satisfying way to listen to music. If you guys have any questions regarding the mix, or if you wanna see more of the tracks and layers, just let me know. I just don't want this stream to be like 10 hours long, where I like break down every single mix to a bunch of people that don't actually produce music. So yeah. See, I know you're producing music, so if you want to know something, like what the VSTs I was using, just let me know. Okay, let's move on. To the next one, which is Today I Met Music. I don't know if Freya's still here, but I remember this was their favorite music song from the album. So here we go. I'm here still. Hell yeah. Okay, yeah. This is track number 6, The Day I Met Music, which is like oh, I keep doxing my desktop. What do you mean my wallpaper is too mad? When am I ever seeing my desktop? Never. Which is why I didn't set any. Okay. Okay, this is The Day I Met Music. I wanted this to be after Love Hate because after like basically telling everyone that once in a while I do hate music. I do hate being a musician. I do hate making music. Sometimes I just can't stand it. But then I wanted, like in regards of the track order, I wanted to remind people that sometimes I do love music so much. I get reminded of the day I met it, you know? So the backstory behind this one is like very hold on. I put restream on this so you can hear the mix. The reason why I did this was very unspectacular. There was a compilation on Jazz Hop Cafe, if you know the label, and it was about like folkish lo-fi, and I did a track for them which I loved so much because I don't do folk inspired music very often, so when I do, when everything comes together very well, I'm like, hell yeah, I love this so much. And I remember I was like, I wish I could use this song that I did for Jazz Hop Cafe for this album. But I couldn't because they already accepted it. I can't be like, guys, can you give me back my song? I kind of want to use it in my album, you know? That's where I was like, okay, let's just make another one for my album, which is basically the reason why there's a folk-inspired track on this album. Again, with like cool percussion, like folkish percussion. There's a clap in here. There's a cowbell in here, of course there is. I think this is a shaker and a tambourine. Yeah. And of course this one. Wait, what is this? Oh, and another type of cowbellish. What else do I have? There's the kick. Oh. I also have this one again, which is like, again, this instrument percussive thingy. And then one technique that I learned from making the track for like Jazz Hop Cafe was like using church bells to give it like this adventure feel. Triangle here. Yeah, basically a lot of percussion, including the kick. I never used church bells or thought of using them to give us such a vibe. Yeah, it's like You know, all these fantasy scenes where the hero would go on an adventure and there's like a church bell in the background that like goes like dong 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 and they're like, I'm going on an adventure now. Like, I don't know. The church bells sometimes make it sound like this is like we're embarking on a new journey now. And I wanted this to feel like me embarking on a new journey. Which is basically a callback to the day I met music is like the day I set out on this wild, wild adventure that finally brought me here. Yeah, it's really nice and bright. Yeah. Also with the whole melody line, the main thing here. Some folkish Irish instruments. There's like it sounds so nice. I think this is like the another guitar. Yeah, and the accordion that I specifically bought for Lo-Fi Girl when I was working on the Parisian Valentine's compilation tracks. So this track combines a lot of new things, like me using new techniques that I learned from producing tracks for Jazz Up Cafe, me using the accordion which I bought for like Lo-Fi Girl, me just applying a bunch of techniques that I learned since starting making music full time. And I called it the day I met music because whenever you find something new, whenever you find like new techniques that you want to apply to new songs, I know a lot of musicians will be able to relate to me. But if you find that spark of, damn, I just found a new technique, and then suddenly you're using it in every song you make, right? This was like a phase where I was like, hell yeah, there's church bells, there's like accordion, there's like this folk instruments, there are these folk themes, folk inspired themes, and I want to use them in every song. And this spark reminded me of the day I met music, which is like this unending wave of inspiration, of feeling happy about making music. And this is what it's all about when it comes to making music. And after a song like Love Hate, I wanted to put something that reminds everyone that, yeah, you know what, I do love music. There's nothing that can change it. Sometimes I do hate it, but overall, I just can't I just can't stop falling in love with making music because there's so much new things. There's so many new things that you can learn when it comes to percussion, when it comes to like plugins you're using, sounds you're using, techniques you're using a church bell in your music, like, right? I think before Jazz Up Cafe, I never used church bells on my music either, so that was the first one for me too, and I was like, hell yeah, this sounds amazing. Let me just use it in another song for the album. So all these feelings are the reason why I love music so much. Yeah. And hi Phoenix, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing today? Harry Potter? Wait, what does Harry Potter mean? New here, but I love the music. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you so much. Yeah. Welcome in, welcome in. So yeah. In the whole context of the song, everything sounds like this. Yeah, and it's very reminiscent to like songs like Sunlight Melody or something more adventurous, something more folk inspired, like fantasy RPG-ish kind of music, which I really, really love. Pretty fine, thank you. What about you? I'm doing great. I'm doing super great. The last couple of days were kind of stressful, but I'm like I'm super logged in now, and I'm super happy that people are still here to listen to me yap about this new album. Vibing and cooking. Enjoy your stay. Yeah, Phoenix, enjoy your stay. Enjoy your stay. Yeah. Love your username, by the way. Umi Phoenix. Sounds very nice. It sounds like an adventure game OST. Yeah. That's deliberate. Because of the incoming album. The album already released. We're breaking down everything. It released this week on Monday. You can listen to it on all streaming platforms. Okay, let's move on to track number 7, which is probably one of my favorite songs too, which is called All the Colors. Wait, stop. We still haven't talked about the writing. Okay, someone asked me if these are letters to myself. In a sense, yeah. This is basically like a diary. Not being like, it's more diary than a letter. A mixture of like diary and poetry and like just inner monologue and inner feelings just written down. So the text for The Day I Met Music says, I remember the day I met music. It caught me, it knocked me down. It taught me to love myself, to hate myself, to knock my whole world down just to build it up again. Meeting the music is the best and most painful thing that ever happened to me. It gave me everything and it took it all away. And here I am with all the colors I can't yet understand. Yeah, this is basically the way I feel about music. Music did so much to me. It made me who I am, but it also created some like very desperate moments for me. Very sad moments, a lot of depression, a lot of self-doubting. So all of that together is me just meeting music. And yeah, with all the colors I can't yet understand, it's like a transition to the next song, because sometimes when you make music, you very often get reminded that sorry, hold on, let me drink a bit. La 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 la. If you're a musician, you can relate, but sometimes you just discover new things and it makes you always excited again about making music. And it basically shows you how you've like explored almost nothing. There's so much unexplored when it comes to your music, and that makes it so exciting. So with all the colors I can't yet understand, it's basically a reference to all the music I haven't made yet, all the techniques I have still yet to learn, all the sounds that I will explore in the future. These are all the colors I can't yet understand. And this is the reason why I still love music so much, because there's so much new things happening all the time. So yeah. Let's move on to the next one. Interesting type of yapping though. Next album idea, Flower Garden. Every music will be named after every flower, such as dandelion, magnolia, chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum. That's a nice idea. I actually I had a very similar idea before, but I haven't done anything yet. I identify completely with that as well. Are you also like doing creative stuff? Are you a musician, an artist, something similar? Okay. I relate, because when I bought choir libraries, my mixes became miles better. Yeah, and you started to like inspiring yourself, right? You inspired yourself just by being inspired. Or just by creating something that, again, felt super inspiring. Okay. Let's apply all the colors. Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. Yippee! Right, I'm in front of the text. Let me read it for you guys. My life is a beautiful collection of colors, a burst of light. Flowers bloom alongside a whirlwind of memories that I hope to keep for the rest of my life. I watch the clouds, I admire the stars, I'm counting waves and leaves, and every moment I get to love and be loved. I'm falling for the way my world is painted. Yeah. So, if the previous songs, like Love Hate, was a little bit about me having like complex, complicated feelings towards music, All Colors is a definite love declaration. It's like a love declaration to making music. It's a love declaration to my life and to life in general. And to the world around me. There's a reason why this is like the midpoint of the album. I wanted the midpoint to be like a high of emotions. And especially with the track that wanna make you dance. I just wanted to make a track that makes you wanna dance. And I hope I did that with this one. So let's have a look at the mix. Are you a musician too? What kind of instruments are you playing? I really like the guitar and violin pizzicato. There's so many layers in this one. Okay. So what do we have here? I'm really unorganized. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is like the staccatos for the strings. I love the violin lines in this one. I know it's a bit late, but the main reason The Day I Met Music is my favorite from this album is because although I'm a listener, music is my everything. Without music, I wouldn't be who I am. When I first started listening to music as more than just background noise, I realized I couldn't remember. And now I find myself listening to music 24/7 to sleep, to work, to read, to game. I'm a firm believer that the fact that if art decorates space, music is what decorates time. Sorry for the essay. Oh, you're right. You're right. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts about my music. It's like really, really important to me to hear what you have to say about my music too, because I released this one for me, but also for you. And I made it hopeful on purpose because it's very easy to get trapped on like depressive, sad themes when it comes to BigRicePiano music. But I really wanted to create an album that reminds you of like how special everything truly is, to also remind myself in return how important my work is. So it means a lot to me to like hear your thoughts about my music too, because this whole album is me trying to encourage myself, but it doesn't mean it can't be used to encourage you as well. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. That's really, really important to me. And your quote is like super like impressive. If art decorates space, music is what decorates time, guys. Print that on a t-shirt. The strings are so delicately beautiful. They're very jumpy. They're very jumpy too. What else do we have here? Like the last time I went into this mix, like, was ages. So I have no idea what I did. Oh, there's a flute in here too. That's cool. I am super prepared, guys. I mainly play violin. Oh, hell yeah. I love the violin. Play a bit of piano and really enjoy playing the charango. It's a traditional instrument from South America. Do you know it? I do know how it sounds like. I don't know how it looks like. I do know how it sounds like because I do have a plugin that has it. Okay. What else do we have here? Oh yeah, this is the main guitar patch. Yeah. I love this song a lot. I hope it makes you dance. It's also like a very, very simple kick pattern. It's a big boom, 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 boom. It's basically a rave. It's basically a rave, guys. A very pretty rave. Yeah, and there are Henry vocals again, which is like basically this. And I also made these harmonies. Henry has such a beautiful vocal. Henry is a synth vocalist, by the way. He's not a real human. Yeah, and like very similar techniques again, like a lot of shakers, a lot of hi-hats. Yeah, I really love this song a lot. Yeah, this is a love declaration to life and what it can bring. Alright, wanna move to the next one, which is the first collab on this album. Which is called Promise Me, featuring Uflan. Maybe yeah. I want to use the song to really shout out Uflan. He's like a very like talented lo-fi producer. I met him through like Jessel Cafe. I met so many people through the lo-fi levels. And they're amazing. They're like super talented. And yeah, we were working on this song together for like quite a long time. And he did like a lot of stuff. Let me show you guys in the mix. But first of all, let me like read the text, which is promise me that things will be okay, that I won't regret my choices. Promise me that there will be sunshine after rain, that tomorrow will be here to comfort me. Promise me to keep your promises, and I will keep mine. Yeah. Basically, this is a letter to myself. This is like me asking myself to promise me things will be okay, because quitting my day job, making music my whole life, that's a decision that I have to carry by myself, that I have to be my biggest ally in this, because no one else will support me. Everyone is super scared of this lifestyle. My parents don't understand it, and they're super worried too, so they're like super biased too. So yeah, this song I did to like give myself a little bit of comfort, basically asking myself to promise me things will be okay. And if you can promise me that, Rice, I'll try to keep on going. That's basically the meaning behind this song. And Uflan did a lot of stuff with, let me show you guys what he did. He did this loop here, and he did these vocals. They add so much cool vibes to the song, and so much warmth and ethereal feelings. He also did part of the drums. He added ambience, and he made also these synth sounds. Where are they? Yeah, these ones. This is also him. We are our own bigger allies and enemies. That's true, that's true. But in this case, I had to promise myself to be my biggest ally. I had to promise myself that to believe in myself, because a lot of people don't. A lot of people in my closer surroundings, like including my family, my parents, they have a hard time believing in me, because their fears outweigh like everything I say or do. And it took quite a while to convince them to like just let me do what I do. Mainly also because I was able to show them like a paycheck. But basically, this like sometimes you're doing something so scary that you kind of have to promise. You kind of have to be there for yourself. You kind of have to not beat yourself up over your decisions, because if you don't believe in yourself in these moments, who will, right? And this is basically the message behind this one, is that I promised myself to believe in myself, to keep like making music as a full-time job going. So I have to believe in myself, or else it won't work. Yeah. So you guys noticed that after a song, like all the colors were slowly drifting into like more complex, more deeper stories. That's on purpose. I wanted to start the album with something hopeful, but then also remind everyone about the dangers of like being yourself, about making dreams come true. Because I find it highly irresponsible to just say, yeah, like just because I can make music full time, just because I can make music for a living, you can too. You know, that's just super irresponsible because it is dangerous, it is scary, and you need to do a lot of research, and you need to keep like your finances organized. For example, you need to put in the work that is not making music. You need to put in all the other work to make this a sustainable life for yourself. And yeah, I wanted to remind everyone, like, yeah, making music full time is like cool. It's like a very nice dream, but there are also other sides to it that need to be addressed. One of which is like you need to believe in yourself, which is like basically what Promise Me is about. But you'll see there will be more songs coming up, especially the next 3 songs that will deal with the more realistic way of looking at things. So the first one I wanted to talk about is Easy Ways Out. Keep doing what you love. Despite of everything else, I'm sure many believe and appreciate what you do. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, I know a lot of people are believing in me, but for life-changing decisions, you need to have people in your close surroundings, especially your parents. Sometimes you just want them to believe in you, and if that doesn't work out, then all you have left is yourself. Strangers don't have the full picture, right? You have to have someone who knows you very, very well to have them believe in you, because it's very easy to say like, yeah, I believe in Rice because he makes good music that I enjoy, right? But that's not all to it. Sometimes you just want the people that were responsible for your safety for like 20 years. You want them to believe in you. Yeah, and if you can't have that, then you have to believe in yourself. Alright, so let's talk about Easy Ways Out. Oh my goodness, is that right singing? Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. All right. This was Easy Ways Out. I bring in the mix. Okay, here it is. Let's try not to dox myself this time. Is it you singing? Yes, it was me singing. Going through something similar, going back to my roots with this, which is music, and taking decisions that might not be easy, but are definitely what I would like to do. So I admire the courage and strength that you have. Yeah, this is basically what this song is about. Making music is super hard. Not making music. Making music can be super easy. Making music for a living is super hard. Yeah, basically the text says, life gave me enough opportunities to give up, but I didn't. I promised myself to see this through, and I will. There's only one way forward, and it won't be easy. Hi, Savage! Welcome in. How are you doing today? But yeah, I made this song to remind myself and everyone else that sometimes there are just easier ways out. Sometimes living a normal life is the easiest thing that you can do. Sometimes like a stable 9 to 5, stable income, just a low-key life, you know? Don't overcomplicate things. Don't make people worry too much. These are like the exit routes from this really wild life of making music full time. These are your easy ways out, and they're there. But walking the path that I'm walking on is a very, very hard one. It's a very, very difficult one, and there are no easy ways. Like it won't be easy. There won't be an easy way forward on this path, which is basically why I made this song. Yeah, to remind myself, but also to remind you that sometimes like chasing after your dreams is the hardest thing that you can do, and everyone will like tell you, no, don't do it. It's too hard. It's too risky. It's too unsustainable. Has no future. Blah blah blah. And they might be true. They really might be true. They are probably true. When people tell you that making music is probably not the best thing, not the like risk-freest thing that you can do, they are very true. They are very, very true. So yeah, just if you do want to turn your passion into a full-time job, just be aware that this is going to be like absolutely mind-blowingly difficult. I'm stuck on a pile of work. Oh man, can we help you get out of there? Can we help you get out of there? What's pet brother? Okay. The mix itself is also pretty simple. This is one of the more traditional lo-fi songs. It has this vinyl crackling. I put like a cassette emulation on it. I think it also has a rain loop. This is like very, 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 very classy. Minus the singing. Usually like lo-fi songs don't have singing. Labels don't really do singing. But yeah, I also deliberately made a song like this because it's like being super simple on purpose. It's like a very, very simple 2-chord progression. Okay, it's not 2 chords. It's 4 chords. But still, this is the whole song is very, very easy to make. You guys can see it's very blocky, it's very loopy. Like it sometimes is for lo-fi music. It's like not the hardest genre. Let's be real. But I made this song on purpose to just remind myself that sometimes I lost my I lost my train of thought there. Yeah, I made it simple on purpose to remind myself that making music is not simple at all. It's like a complex feeling, and I don't know why he exactly did that. But yeah. Hi Sakyu! Welcome in, welcome in. To be honest, making music is also my dream. I had the vision, but I didn't have the skill to make one. Yeah, the problem about making music, like just making music is okay. You can make music, like making music is like super easy to get into. It's expensive, but there are like some options to get you started at least. This is mainly about making music as a job, turning music making into a job, which is like incredibly hard. I know a lot of like super talented musicians that make bangers after bangers, but they can't do it because they're not ready for all the challenges that are waiting for them. And there are a bunch of challenges waiting for you if you want to do this like as a job. Yeah. Okay. I was speedrunning this a little bit because I realized this is like kind of hard to talk about. It's still very close to home. Just wait until we hear at the Mom Dad I'm Sorry song. I hope I'll get through it without crying, but it's like the most personal song on the album. First of all, let's talk about I Wanted This. Look at Cherry. Yeah, we're...
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
We arrived at the two most meaningful songs on the album, basically. I Wanted This has this text that says, "It is painful. There is no sugarcoating when it comes to making music. It is painful to keep holding on to dreams so fragile they might break any moment. It's painful to hope, to fight, to fall down and stand up again. I'm struggling, I'm crying, I'm screaming. It hurts so much, but I wanted this." Yeah. I'll try to get through this without making myself too sad, but after basically declaring how hard making music is, this is me just reminding myself that, yeah, I did want this. I decided to quit my job. I decided to go against my parents. All this pain that I'm feeling, all this desperation, all this like feeling of fear that I'm feeling very often ever since I quit my job. I wanted this. This is what I signed up for, you know? What's the what after where? Thank you so much for joining, Fern. Have a wonderful rest of the day. And hi, Fern, from the future, watching this VOD. And thank you so much for becoming a member, Savage. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so let's have a look at the mix. There's something very, very meaningful that I did, which is like, first of all, where is it? Yeah, I added a lot of playground noises at the beginning and the end of the song. Wait, like these. Wait, you guys can't hear it. Yeah. This sound effect represents my childhood. It's basically life that I knew as a child. Like this very sheltered, this very protective life that I lived for a very long time. Even after I moved out, I was always sheltered by my parents, by my family. I was always protected. I was always the first priority. This is basically what the playground represents. And someone asked me, why did I include the dial thing at the end?
The number you have dialed has not.
It's like a very, very, like not a really subtle symbolism when I talk about it like that. But this basically means that I finally let go of this shelter. I've finally left the protection of my parents. I am basically on my own now. This is basically, you're trying to dial back, you're trying to call a certain moment in your past that was like very well protected, well like sheltered. And this place is no longer there. Like by making music my life, by making music my dream, and by chasing it, you sometimes have to let go of the very things that protect you. You have to let go of like a lot of things that feel secure. You have to let go of like having a steady income. You have to get ready for all the stress that comes with uncertainty and not knowing if you'll get enough money next month. Not knowing if you get a job in case this doesn't work out. You know? All these things you have to kind of take into consideration when making your passion a job when the passion is like not a super industry, you know. So yeah, this is basically what the dial voice means, and the playground's sound effects. We're basically now saying goodbye to like safety and shelter and trying to make our peace with it, which is the perfect transition into the most personal song I've ever written in my whole life. Which is called Mom, Dad, I'm Sorry. Here we go. John, good morning. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? I'll just read the text out while the song is playing. Mom, Dad, I'm sorry. I know you can't understand that. Maybe you never will. I know you're worried sick. The sea is rough after all. But please let me swim and fight for my life in these waters. Let me do this one thing I'm good at. I'm sorry for making you worry, but please let me do this. You have to let me go. Yeah, I teared up a bit just listening back to this again. Mom, Dad, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure it's kind of self-explanatory with the text I wrote there. But basically the song is me saying sorry to my parents for making them very much worried now. And they tried their best. They really tried to help me get a career that is stable. They really tried to shelter me from like everything that could hurt me. And here I am, just throwing it away by making music my life. So this is me saying sorry to them because I'm sure they will not understand. They did start to believe in me. They did start to like helped me. They are asking questions about like making music as a career. So I'm sure that they're trying to understand it. They are doing their best to understand it. But nothing I do, nothing I say will like change the fact that they are probably very, very worried right now. And it sucks. It sucks to be like so like kind of selfish. Because they spent a lot of time preparing me for like a stable life. They really tried to they worked so hard. My mom never like took vacation. She never took days off, even though my dad was like, take days off. It doesn't matter if the clients aren't coming back just because you're not working anymore. Just care about yourself for once. But she never did. All she cared about was me and my brother. And we were always her first priority. All she did, all the hard work she put in was for us to have a good life. So I feel super guilty sometimes to do this. Just be like, sorry, but you can't shelter me. There's a reality in this world where this music thing doesn't work out anymore, and I end up not making money. I end up not being able to pay off my mortgage. I have to sell this place. I have to like move somewhere and then find a low-paying job. There is a reality in which that happens. After all the work she put in for me, that is definitely not the life she envisioned for me. So this is also part of being yourself. It can mean being selfish and making people worry, you know? So, wanna go. I mean, okay. I don't think there's anything. I could talk about this. I tried to make it very, very clear what this song is about. Thank you so much for the headpats. Yeah, basically this is me. This is baby Car. This is baby Rice. I don't know how old I was. I think I was like 1, 2. Maybe 3, I don't know. But yeah, basically this whole transition is basically saying baby Rice is no more. Rice is like finally and on his own now. I also included an old recording, which is not me. This is not me talking, by the way. This is my little brother talking. You guys can hear me in the background, like playing the piano. Wait, hold on. I wonder if I can just open the project. Give me 1 sec. Yeah, it's super hard to talk about this song. I choked up a little bit. I'm not crying. I teared up, but I'm still fine. It's loading. I'm super sleepy. I think that's all from me for the stream. Goodbye everyone and have a great day. Thank you so much for joining our kingdom. Get some well-deserved rest. You did well. Thank you so much for hanging on for such a long time. Thank you for joining the stream. It really means a lot to me. Yeah, this is the recording. Yeah, you guys can hear me play like a very shitty. I think it was the first keyboard that I ever owned. No, it was the second one. Yeah. I didn't have a good recording of myself, else I would have included that. But I think that is also fine because I'm actually in that recording playing the keyboard. That's like a lot. I only use like this small part. You will not hear the rest because I don't know if there's any Persian stuff in there. Sending habats too. Thank you so much, Yumi. Next stream, I'm gonna change my profile picture and YouTube name to Cabbage. You better prepare for it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Cabbage. Though I do like Arcanum. Maybe start with the profile picture change first and see if you like your new identity. Okay, guys, so. But. We arrived at Os's Flowers. Let's have a listen. Yippee! This was Asas of Flowers featuring Periwinkle. You've probably heard of Periwinkle before if you like followed me for a longer time already. This is not the first and only song I have with Periwinkle. Popo. She's an amazing webtoon composer and she does a lot of like strings and orchestra stuff. So this is why a song with her always turns like somewhat orchestral. But yeah, this is basically a response to the first song, which is like Toby Bloom and Asas Flowers. This is the at this point in the album, we are finally in full bloom. We finally accepted all the hardships, all the challenges, all the people that we like make worry, and our love for music and our joy and all the colors in the world. We finally accepted everything, and we're finally in full bloom by this track part of the album. The mix is still loading. It's almost done. And yeah, I made this. If you guys listen to the beginning, and hold on. Okay, let me just play it in the video. Hold on. So if you listen to this, yeah. It's a very similar progression to this. And basically also the beginning of like Welcome to the Sitio. This is on purpose. This is like basically mirroring the first songs. It's not super noticeable at first, but if I mention it, you probably hear the similarities. It also has like a very like I basically took this text and rewrote it for Asas Flowers, which now says, I suppress my colors, but I can still be so beautiful. It's not too late to bloom. Yeah, like I quit my job in my mid-20s, so it's never too late to become who you're supposed to be, to like allow yourself to be the person you're meant to be. Even though it's like the hardest thing on earth, it's never too late to like really get into bloom. And this is what this song basically means. It's like we finally reached us. And I think the way I made this song was I took her samples. This is the first time I asked her for like the first samples. I did not give her any like demo or whatsoever. I was like, just do your thing, just send me something. And I took his sound and I resampled them into these thingies here. Basically, I put like a whole bunch of reverb onto her strings and created these very lush pads. Yeah, it's a little bit laggy because this is like a huge project. She also did these little thingies, these vibrato thingies. She also did these pizzicatos. That you guys can hear in the mix. These are more of her samples, just resampled. Basically just creating these super wide pads. And then there's a cello on there. What else is on there? Of course there's a guitar on there too. Still a guitar album, right? Yeah, and basically this piano that is like mirroring the melody of Welcome to the Sea and the ending of like Toby Bloom. It was so pretty, thank you so much. And I also love the climax of the song, which is, I think it was here. Oh, it's here. Wait. Oh, thank God, restream is on. Okay. There's also a flute on here. Basically, I used like a bunch of similar instruments to Toby Bloom. I think there's also church bell. No, this is like a shell pad. Yeah, there's also a church bell here. There's also a choir to make it extra epic. Yeah. Go sleep now. Bye chat. Bye bye. Thank you so much for joining today, Mirma. Hope you had fun. Listen to my yapping. But yeah, I also added like a bunch of wind sounds for this one. Just to bring home that feeling of like blooming and nature and like opening up to everything. Yeah, but this song is super meaningful. You wanna hear like the sound? I still have a project. This is unreleased, by the way. I still have a project with the samples without my resampling, without my aggressive resampling, and it sounds so different. Let me show you the first project I did with her samples. It's like completely different. And I've never shown this one before, so this is like super exclusive. It takes a while to load. Okay, here we go. Let me see if my restream is on. Okay, so these are the original samples. This is what I got from her. And this is the first project we did with these samples. This was the first thing I did with her samples, but I was like, no, at this point in the story, we can't go this soft. We have to go big. We have to be like, it's enough depressing topics, enough depressing themes. We gotta bloom eventually. So I ditched this project and I made Us as Flowers instead. Yeah. All right. And that was the second to last song. Let's listen to the very, very last one, which includes like a very special message to you guys. It sounds like a bit, like warm rain on the skin that gives you back to life and hope. I'm so glad to hear that. Especially as like a pianist who like got popular by making piano music with like sad piano music with like sad rain too. Rain can be so comforting. It doesn't have to be something sad. So that means a lot to me. So yeah. This is the last song, guys. We're almost done. We're almost through. This is If This Was the Last Song, alright. People always ask me what the reason is why I keep going. And I don't really know. Maybe I never will. Tides will shift, spring will come back. That's something you just know. Something you believe in. Music is a certainty, it's always there, and I'm glad that it is. So what is the reason you keep going? My story will end someday. Me and the last song I'll ever write. It will be there someday. I don't know when, but when that day comes, I hope I'll make the most beautiful song that I can create. Being all giggly and proud about my work and everything that I've learned. One last time. One last time. What if this was the last song I'll ever write? Would I regret my choices? How would I see myself if I looked back? Would I be proud? Would I tell myself, yep, this was worth it and I would do it all again if I had to? I don't know. Right now, I'm just having too much fun being here. And for now, that is all that matters. Yippee! This was the last song. And I think this is self-explanatory as well. I after all this blooming, after like finally finding courage to pursue this as a full-time job, one thought, it gave me the most comfort, and that is like, I won't regret this. I think the most important thing for me when it comes to living my life is that I want to end this life without regretting a single thing. And the only way to not regret it is if I continue this path. If I see this through. So basically this song is to remind myself that, yeah, this was the right choice after all. I had so much fun ever since I quit my job to pursue music full time. And why should that change in the years to come, you know? So I don't think there's like a lot of things that I could talk in like in the mix. I used an accordion again after talking about the things that I've learned, just to have the accordion in there again, just because it was like some of the new techniques, some of the new instruments that I started incorporating in my music. This song is basically just this farewell song from the album, but it's not really a farewell. This song is meant to be a this song is basically me saying, just wait for all the music I will make in the future. If this was the last song, then I will still not regret my choices. I'm still here because I wanted it. But it won't be. You guys want to know the story why I wanted to make this album in particular, and why I couldn't care less how many streams it gets on Spotify. This is an album to finally be brave. I told that in the beginning, but at the same time, it means allowing myself to start new chapters in music. And I'm doing that. I have started a bunch of new chapters. I started working more on lo-fi music. I want to make more like classic lo-fi music now. I want to make more chill ones. I want to like not care about telling like super massive stories all the time. I just want to make music, you know? I also started working on vocal songs that are something like this. This on Twitter the other day. I'll just show you guys in case you haven't seen this yet. Hold on. I didn't post it with a vocal sketch, but here is the instrumental that I worked on a couple days ago. Wait. You guys can hear it yet. Now you can. So I started writing music that has nothing to do with the identity of BigRicePiano. I started to make like K-pop look like sound-alikes. I started to make like really heavy stuff too. I started to make otherly sound-alikes, like this one right here. Serious with all of them, you know. I just want to start new chapters. I want to leave all these self-doubting, all these fears behind that this could not work out because... Oh, did it sound robotic? Why though? Yeah. But anywho. Was it too loud? I'm sorry. Drop the new socials in DMs. I will create a social right after the stream actually. I will be known as Kope. I will like create this whole new Vocaloid producer. I actually want to buy Hatsune Miku, the voice bangs, all of the stuff. I want to create like actual singable stuff now. This is my producer arc. I don't care anymore. I will still make piano music. I will still make lo-fi music, but I also want to do like more stuff now, and I will not hold back any longer. That is basically the true meaning behind that album, is to just yeah, stop being like the album is basically me freeing from my shackles. So I don't hold myself back anymore. I will not hold myself back anymore. I will make music because I am born to make music. This is my life. This is my purpose. This is all I am. And me accepting this, me accepting it with every challenge that it comes with every hardship that it comes with, I'm finally ready to move on from feeling like lost and unsure about myself into a whole new world of like possibilities. And that's why I don't care about the streams on Toby Bloom. In all honesty, it was just a way to free myself from all these thoughts that I had so far and to allow me to walk into this new chapter of making music. So guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me to listen to me yap for like 3 hours. That's so cool of you, honestly. That is... Where am I? What the heck? Where the heck am I? Hold on. Give me a moment. There I am. I am there. Cha la 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 la. My mic's still working. My mic is still working. Hell yeah. Yeah, guys. Today's stream will also mark the new beginning of everything. There will be a new like producer tag, which is Kome. Please keep an eye out for him. Please keep an eye out for my songs. Please do covered if you're a vocalist. That would mean a lot to me. This is my dream to make a song that makes people want to cover it. I also formed a new dream that I want like perform live at one of the conventions someday. Hint hint off Kai, hint hint. I also want to do a panel. I want to be more in the space. I want to be more recognized as this musician instead of like just the BGM maker, you know? So yeah, that's those are the new formed goals for the journey ahead. And thank you guys so much for being a part of it. Was so cool he left. But yeah, it's 8 p.m. so I probably grab some dinner now. Maybe some repo later. If you guys said we do have a Discord server. If you're not a member yet, please feel free consider joining, because we're doing all kinds of stuff there. We're playing repo lately, a lot of repo lately. Yeah, everyone is super nice on the server, so if you guys want to hang out in voice chat, so if you guys want to play, I'm like actually playing with you guys. actually playing Repo with you guys if you want. Yeah, join the Discord server. Let me look for someone to raid. I have no idea who's like streaming at the moment. Pion, why are you not streaming? Who are we? Who are we raiding? Oh, let's raid my mom. She did the rigging. Her name is Effie, and she's amazing. So let's raid Effie. Can we get the raid message in chat while I'm setting up the raid? Look, guys, can I play some music? Which one? Let's play this one. She's playing League of Legends right now, guys. Are you ready to see that? Or will you be angry with me for like exposing you to League of Legends? If so, I'm really sorry, but she's a lovely person despite playing League of Legends. I promise you guys. I also play League of Legends. See, if you're like me, then you officially like someone who plays League of Legends. I'm sorry to give you the big truth. W mod, thank you guys. Thank you Mir for the right message. Yeah, just copy and paste it into chat once we're there. And everyone on YouTube, thank you guys so much for watching the stream too. Had so much fun talking about the album. I hope you guys had too. Hope you guys learned something new about myself and the album. Hope it made some of the songs better for you. Really hope it does. So yeah, guys, you're already watching the streams? Oh hell yeah! Say hi to your Oshi then. Well, that's not true. I'm your Oshi now. I'm your Oshi now, Umi. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you. Love you guys so much. Mwah. Next stream will be next week on Tuesday, because today is not Tuesday. Today is Thursday. Guys, hope to see you next time. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.